Hey everybody, welcome to Dumb Investing. That fellow over there is Harry.
That's Lloyd. Welcome to another market commentary. It's about to get a little dumb up in here, so hang out. Let's have some fun.
This is where we don't follow any scripts. We just have a whole lot of fun. We leave the dice rolling and all that. Do it by
It's not really a script. It's not really a script.
It's not a script.
It's a formula. It's how we do it.
Yeah, it's a formula. Yeah. It's our formula for genes. We have a lot to talk about. The last time we had a show where we really did market commentary, we had a short week that followed Thanksgiving. We came back. Friday was all the big wigs of Wall Street were gone. It was a half a day of trading. And what happened? The algo bots, somebody hit the wrong button. It was the intern. And they sold off, and it was huge. One after another. Everybody sell, 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 sell. Oh, it's noon lunch. Okay, cool. We lost, 800 points or something. Nuts. So then everybody's like, oh, man. They come back Monday, and everybody's like, what just happened? Well, those guys over there were sold. No, those guys over there sold. We should probably sell, too. Everybody sell. Jiminy Christmas. Right? Crazy. Tuesday, somebody got, how do you say this? JPOW got his job back? I don't know how you say it. JPOW shows up, and him and Yellen start talking, and it's robot JPOW. It's not the other guy we used to have. So the market was like, who the hell is this? What is he saying? Sell it all! Right? More JPOW yesterday. We didn't know what. Finally, today, there was no news. It was kind of like a whoo. But we got news. We got a bunch of kids riding around in something, right? We got the Tesla ATV now. So we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. Where do you want to start?
Well, I think
you got stuff you want to throw on that pile? Holy cow.
Well, I'm sure something will come up. Last week, or I guess it's been 2 weeks now since we last talked. So
yeah.
Happy American Thanksgiving to y'all.
That was great. Waking up Friday and watching your stocks just tank is awesome. Yeah. You're like, oh my God, am I really looking at this? Should I be looking at this? I'm in a turkey coma anyways.
Aren't you just busy watching football anyways?
I wish I was into that stuff, but
who's got nobody got time to sell stocks when the football's on.
No. Yeah. Oh, well, somebody did. Some intern hit the sell button by mistake, and the algo bots all went nuts.
All those damn bots out there. So yeah, we got word that Powell got his job back. He got his groove back, but he lost a little bit of his groove.
A little bit of his groove? So do you think he was told, if you want your job, here's how you better talk? Or is it just the circumstances happened? Because we all used to believe him, right? We believed that the Fed really had their finger on the pulse. They really did think inflation was transitory. I think the rest of us were too, right? None of us thought the world was going to look like it does today 6 months ago.
So what did JPOW say that turned him into a bot? Or what did he say? What did he come out and say that makes you think differently, that he's changed his tune, or somebody told him that his tune needed to be changed?
Well, I think the fact that he comes out and he says, hey, we're going to retire the word transitory, inflation's here to stay. And everybody's like, whoa, that's not what you've told us for the last 6 months. Right. It was just a very abrupt change. He has been very good at leading us down a path so that we could kind of get an idea where it's going. And then all of a sudden we walked right into a tree.
Should have had LiDAR. So JPOW,
burn must.
who was quite dovish previously, so a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical, a little bit more, just let's see how things play out, has now all of a sudden started to turn hawkish. And the market's
very much
like when there's uncertainty, right? It's the middle of the FUD word. So the FUD, so the uncertainty and doubt that's being cast a little bit now by JPOW is what's kind of sending markets into a bit of a tizzy, just thinking like, well, we don't really know what's going to happen anymore. We think
so. We
thought we did, but now we don't.
Let's pause for just a second. So Tuesday morning, the market had sold off for 2 days. It was a bloodbath. And Tuesday morning, things were coming up. I mean, it was a beautiful climb. Everybody was happy. Okay, well, we fixed the algo bots. They were reading the news on, is it Omnicon? What's the new variant?
Just call it
The new variant.
Just call it Omi.
So
Omi.
the algo bots, everybody was saying, hey, they caught pieces of news and that's their job. And they kind of started selling and one follows the other. So Tuesday morning, everybody's like, we got it all fixed. The big wigs are back. We're done with the Hamptons. We got click. We fixed it. Everything's cool. Markets are going up. And then this new JPOW shows up. And he starts saying, oh, God, we're retiring transitory. Inflation's here to stick. We're going to have to do something quicker, faster than we used to. And everybody's like, what just happened?
Right.
And the market, everybody stop. Sell, change that thing back and sell. It was crazy.
Yeah. So the reason why markets are freaking out too, not only a change of tune from JPOW, is that means that interest rate hikes are going to be coming sooner than later. And one thing that's really bad for stock markets are high interest rates generally. So they usually just generally means free cash. There's less free cash around to be trading, and high interest rates, high borrowing costs means less profitability, less earnings from companies. So generally, high interest rates put just a bad taste in everybody's mouth. So that's kind of why they're selling off.
But it's a tool that our feds have used to control inflation. We don't want to be like Venezuela that has out of control inflation. They don't know what to do with it. And one day a loaf of bread is $300 and a week later it's $10 million. And their economy is just, it's crashing. It's out of control. They can't even print money fast enough to keep up with their inflation. We have checks and balances. We have things in place that are designed to help control these things. Our market is just, I don't want to say scared, but that's the truth. It is, they don't like the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They like having a plan and a path, because you've got a lot of people who make huge bonuses when they get things right. And so when they have this awesome plan, because they know what Jay Powell is going to do next June, and they're like, oh, we got a roadmap to June. And then Powell shows up and he says, well, it might be February. And all of a sudden it's like, whoa, I had a plan for June. I didn't plan for February. Oh, man, I might lose my bonus. I bet sell that stuff, right? People freak out.
So one interesting thing that happened after that is that mortgage rates actually decreased, which is interesting. So typically when there's fear that interest rates are going to go up, mortgage rates go up. Not the case. It's odd.
It is. And let's back that up a little bit. Why do interest rates go up? What do they follow? What is their trigger point?
Well, I think you're referring to the bonds, right?
The 10-year yield.
Yeah.
In the bond market generally sets the tone for the mortgages. That's just kind of the rules that exist in our system. Bonds have in the future, bonds in the past have been a safe haven to park money in times of doubt. But the new traders look at bonds as being boring, and I ain't going to make my bonus if I park it in bonds. So where are they parking it? What is safe today?
Tesla.
What else?
Apple.
Oh, wow. Google.
Meta.
Yeah. FANG stocks. Yeah. We have new stocks that are so huge. They weren't 20 years ago. They weren't doing this. It's a whole new game plan. And so the market, you can't take the rule book you had 20 years ago and say, oh, shoot, when this happens, I got to do that. That book doesn't work anymore. And everybody's trying to figure out what are the new playbooks. They're still developing it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think so. And I think most investors these days, I think it's pretty obvious that we know that Microsoft isn't going anywhere, Apple isn't going anywhere, Google isn't going anywhere.
No, because now they're too big to fail.
Well, you're right, and I mean there is that aspect of it, but at least they're on the leading edge of technology. So regardless of who we are in the metaverse in the future, they are going to be a part of it, right? And those three companies are going to be leading the way into the metaverse, along with, I guess, Facebook and Meta. But there's, they're going to be part of the new frontier, which, it's the next internet, this metaverse thing. So it's going to be pretty interesting. So I've bought a fair amount of Microsoft, Apple, Google, Tesla lately, and I think there's nothing but pretty sustained growth out of those companies, and that's why traders don't go to bonds, because these companies are just as safe, if not safer, than a bond, because they're basically paving the way for our entire future, not just an economy. They're paving the way for how we will be living our lives, regardless of what economy you're in.
Yep. I mean, it's crazy. All right, so what else we want to talk about? Do you have your couple of weeks ago, we were having fun with Tesla.
Yeah.
Right? And we were talking about sexy cars. Is that what we were talking about? Yeah. I think we were talking about sexy cars.
Yeah. We were talking about we
were making fun of missing letters. We were playing freaking Wheel of Fortune. And
right. Here it is here.
Okay. So the S, the E, the X.
So for Tesla, we've got the Model S.
Yeah.
The Model 3.
Yeah.
Model X. We've got the Model Y.
Yeah.
We've got the Cybertruck.
We've
got the Roadster. We've got the Semi.
Okay. So to have sexy cars, we need an A. And what did we see this morning? Saw a bunch of kids driving around on ATVs.
We got
from Tesla. What is it called? Is it the Cyber Quad?
The Cyber Quad. Yes.
Yeah, so Tesla has, if you haven't seen it yet, you got to go check it out. It's a $1,900 Power Wheel for your punk.
Totally cool.
15 miles, though.
Is it 50 miles per hour or 50 miles of range?
I thought it was 15 miles of range, 10 miles an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good for, I don't know, what, 4, 5, 6-year-olds? 7, 8?
I don't know. My grandson is almost 5. He hit his peak on his Power Wheel at about 4 is when he loved that thing. But there's no way that Power Wheel could go for, it would maybe go 2 miles.
Oh, yeah.
If that.
Yeah. For sure. They're, totally fantastic. So super excited to see that we've got an ATV.
Yeah, it's cool.
And the Tesla shop, the Tesla store is just coming out with all kinds of fantastic goodies.
Fantastic.
You can buy a Cybertruck whistle. Well, you can't because they're sold out.
You can't because it's all sold out. Yeah, because that's the coolest whistle. If you're going to carry a whistle and you don't have that, you poors.
I don't know why they would ever need a whistle. Why did they make a whistle?
I don't know, but people drop $50 on them.
Totally.
I know.
It's no problem.
But they do have a sexy mug now. Did you see that?
Yeah.
They were watching your video, dude.
Totally awesome. Totally fantastic. So now they can put on their cars, sexy cars with the rest one. That Elon is the biggest troll in the world, and I love it.
I know. It is totally awesome.
And there is so much going on with Tesla right now in terms of this hype about December 9th, 2021. Elon Musk keeps hinting on Twitter and
something's going to happen.
Buybacks and some multiplication of the amount of shares outstanding he had, and not outstanding, the amount of shares that he need to sell divided by another number, and it worked out to 12/9/2021 and all these things. Just the guy reverse engineers all kinds of crazy stuff. So everybody's really pumped to see what happens on 12/9. What do you think it is?
So I would bet he is crazy enough that he's going to do something where it's going to split and something's going to end up and the stock's going to be worth 420 or something like that.
Wouldn't that be incredible? Maybe all of his selling of shares have been designed to hit a certain dollar amount, so that when it splits, it hits 420.
How crazy would that be?
You'd have to do a 3-to-1 split, but that would be what, 1260, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not there. So, but that would be totally cool. He'll figure out how to make it 420 somehow.
Well, maybe he's holding enough shares that he can be like, okay, well, we need the price to be right here. Here, go buy some or sell some.
Yeah,
boom.
Maybe
now close market, right?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. He is awesome, and I can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah. So we're thinking it might be a stock split. There's. It sounds like there's some company news that's coming out that he's privy to, that so he can't go and sell his shares. So all of those shares that he needed to sell over that time frame to be able to close out his options, he can't sell that much because he's now he now has material non-public information.
Yeah.
So he hasn't been able to sell his shares, but he did sell a lot of his shares on a 10B5-1 or 10.5B-1, whatever the heck it's called, plan with a very set number, which was alluding to this 12/9/2021 plan. It's just absolutely crazy, and I love it. And it's just, it's so much fun.
It's crazy. If you want to kill an hour of your time, you can go search a video where a guy runs all these numbers, and your brain just literally melts down. It's hilarious.
It's just like, why did he even think of it? And then you just have to go and sit there and just be like, that's just Elon being Elon.
Yeah.
What else do we got?
Other than that, let's see. We have.
Did you hear about DIDI today?
No.
So DIDI.
Okay.
The Chinese.
I haven't heard. Dude,
Uber.
The last couple of days, I haven't heard anything.
So the Chinese Uber DIDI listed on the New York Stock Exchange, or one of the North American stock exchanges.
Okay.
A few months
now, that's been, like 3 months ago, right? Or something like that.
Yeah. So they IPO'd there, and then they raised a bunch of money and whatever.
Okay.
Then DIDI had an issue, or the Chinese government had an issue with DIDI because there was public information that shouldn't be public information. So that got leaked out. Anyways, they've been kind of going back and forth quite a bit over the past, since that happened. And DIDI has now officially started to remove themselves from the North American Stock Exchange. So I don't know exactly how that works.
Dude.
Like, do they have to buy all their shares back at the original IPO price? It's gonna be crazy.
They have a market cap of $37 billion.
I wonder if they got $37 billion in the bank to pay everybody back.
Yeah, how do you do that?
I don't know. Who gets who goes and gets listed and then says, nah, just kidding.
Yeah, but see that.
It all back?
But that's the problem with these Chinese stocks, dude, is that they are so risky. I mean, just like our school one that we had, where the government came in, all of a sudden they're like, y'all are making too much money, you're nonprofits now. We said so. I mean,
yes.
And the fact that somebody's buying their stock, dude, my brain, I don't get it. But not for me to get. What else we got going on? What we got? Normally, don't we have Santa rallies in December? Wasn't everybody all peachy keen? Things were going to be great. That's how we kind of went into Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
I know there were some people
pretty happy.
That as the market was kind of peaking, I know some people were taking profits, put a little cash aside just in case there was a little dippity-doo happen. Big dippity-doo did happen, huh? Yeah. All right. I don't know what else I got going. I don't have anything else to talk about.
Dippity-doo did happen. Yeah, market fell down, and it's been really good. I was able to sell quite a bit at the top and ride out some cash piles and buy a little bit of the dip. Some of it got in a little too early, but what can you do?
Yeah.
And kept some profit, put some in, lost some profit, but Hey, that's the market for you. Yeah, outside of that, cryptos are.
Oh yeah, what's going on with? We did talk about crypto last time. What's going on
did,
with
yeah.
the old? I haven't, dude. I've been so unplugged for days. BTC. Let's just take a look.
Yeah,
here.
crypto took a dump last time that we were talking a couple weeks ago, and it was down to I think 54,000 last time we talked for Bitcoin.
So Bitcoin hit a peak of $68,600. November 10th. When was our Friday crash? That was right here. So at the Friday crash, it got down to 54,000.
Yep.
And today it's sitting at 56. So it's only come back a couple of thousand from its bottom point.
Yeah. Now over the course of these past 2 weeks, there have been substantial swings of plus and minus 8 and 10% days.
Oh, dude. These here, I got to share my screen. I'm looking at the chart and it's brutal.
Yeah.
I mean, this is crazy. Here, let me share. I wasn't prepared for sharing. Normally we just talk a lot.
Sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Okay. So there we go. So here's Bitcoin. So this is the last 5 days. I mean, this is crazy. So it's 58 to 50 back up. I mean, that's up and down $3,000 in a matter of 7 hours.
Yep.
Whew.
It's crazy. Ethereum's been doing the same thing. Ethereum's been a little bit more of an uptrend, so it's been more, up 8, down 5, up 12, down 6 kind of thing. Our friend Shiba Inu is.
Yeah, let's not talk about Shiba Inu. It's not good.
It's all over the place.
Yeah, I think I'm still up 300% on it or something. But man, remember when we were 650?
Yeah.
I remember those days. Yeah, we're talking like old people.
Yeah, right.
3 weeks ago.
That was like 3 weeks ago. Yeah, exactly. We got jobs tomorrow, but we're not going to be covering them. But it'll be interesting to see how the market reacts to the jobs report.
Or are they going to react at all? Or is the market just burned out? They're just like, man, we had a nice weekend. We came back. It's been a horrible week. Let's just get Friday done. Let's just let the bell ring at the end so we can just go call it a weekend and hit some whiskey.
We're going to need some whiskey this week.
A lot of whiskey.
Well, with that, I think maybe we'll go drown our fears into Friday then. Friday whiskey.
Sounds good.
All right.
Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday night. Don't trade like that guy.
Definitely. Don't trade like that guy.
But yeah, whatever you do, don't sink 10% of your portfolio in natural gas 2 months ago. Woo!